Gorilla. Hello everyone! Welcome to my class. I'm your Korean instructor, Gorilla, Jong. First of all, Happy New Year! And thank you for waiting for my video. Did you review what we learned in the previous class? I hope you did. Then let us find out how well you understand the last topic. Are you ready? Okay, we learned pronouns in the previous class, right? First, which pronoun do we have to use? Good. 그들, 그들, right? And second, which one do we have to use? Good. 우리, right? Because of 나. And the next, which one do we have to use? Great. 그것들, 그것들, right? Because they are animals, right? And the next thing, which one do we have to use? Great. 그대들, 그대들, right? Because of 그대, right? And the last thing, which one do we have to use? Good. 저것들, 저것들. Well done, you did a great job. Now, let's get into today's class. Okay, can you recognize the first sentence? 그녀는 예쁘다. 그녀는 예쁘다. We already learned adjective as a verb form, right? So, 예쁘다 is pretty, which means to be pretty, right? Good. Now, let's focus on the second sentence. 너는 예쁜 사람이다. 너는 예쁜 사람이다. 예쁜 is pretty. Okay? Now, can you tell the difference? Right. The word 예쁜 modifies a noun, 사람, in front of the word, right? Which means it is an adjective form. Today, we're going to learn Korean adjective form. Let's go! If you get satisfied with my video, please subscribe and click like. Thank you! Okay, when you use adjective forms, you have to use them in front of the nouns or pronouns because they modify nouns and pronouns. For example, 새 책. 새 책. 책 is a noun. 새 is adjective word as new. Okay? And it has to be located in front of the noun 책. You can understand me, right? So 새 책 is a new book. New book. Okay? And 헌책. 헌책. 헌 means old or second hand. Okay? So 헌 modifies the noun 책. Okay? So 헌책 is an old book. 새 and 헌, these are adjective words. Okay? Good. And 옛사랑, 사랑 is love, and 옛 means bygone. So 옛 modified 사랑, which means bygone love. Okay? Good. And you already know 이, 저, and 그, right? We learned them in the previous class, right? So 이 사람, this person, 저 사람, that person, 그 사람. Actually, 그 사람 is the person. Okay? Anyway, 이, 저, 그 are also adjective form. Okay? There are lots of adjective words in Korean, which means you have to learn them step by step. So it is more related to vocabulary stuff. Okay? And this is important. All the verbs can be changed into adjective forms in the process of conjugation. Here are verb forms of adjective. 예쁘다, be pretty. 아름답다, be beautiful. 멋지다, be nice. 높다, be high. Okay? These are verb forms. But when you put 니은, 은, or 는, in that case, you can use it as an adjective form. Okay? And this describes present status. For example, 예쁘다, verb form, right? But if you want to say a pretty woman, In that case, you can change 예쁘다 into 예쁜, 예쁜. Then it is pretty. Okay? So 예쁜 여자, 예쁜 여자. 여자 is a woman. So 예쁜 여자. So 예쁜 is adjective form. And 아름답다, actually, this is sort of irregular conjugation. Okay? You have to drop 비읍. So 아름다 and not 운. So 아름다운 is beautiful. Okay? 아름다운 여자. So 아름다운 is an adjective form. Okay? And 멋지다, when you put 니은 like 멋진, in that case, this becomes an adjective form. Okay? So 멋진 남자. 남자 is a guy or a man. Okay? And 높다, in this case, you can put 은. So 높은 is high. So 높은 산. 산 is a mountain. So 높은 산 is a high mountain. Okay? A high mountain. You can understand me, right? Good. Let's take a look at it more. Okay, first, 웃다. 웃다 is not an adjective but an action verb, which means smile or laugh. Okay? And 남자 is a man. When you want to say a smiling man, in that case, you have to say 웃는 남자. 웃는 남자. So you have to put 는, right? So 웃는 남자. However, when you try to express present progressive description, in that case, you can say 웃고 있는 남자. So you have to put 고 있는. Okay? So 웃고 있는 남자. Okay? So when you want to say a smiling man, you can say 웃는 남자 or 웃고 있는 남자. Good. And the second thing, 아프다 is to be sick, right? And 사람 is a person. And when you want to say a sick person, in that case, can you guess what you have to say? Good. 아픈 사람. 아픈 사람. You can understand me, right? 아픈 사람. These are present status, right? So 아픈 사람. 아픈 사람. Good. And the last thing, 학교에 가다 is go to school. Go to school. And 소녀 is a girl. When you want to say a girl going to school, can you guess what you have to say? Good. 학교에 가는. This is present description. 학교에 가는 소녀. Or when you want to express present progressive description, in that case, you have to say 가고 있는 소녀, like that. You can understand me, right? Good. As you already guessed, you can express time tense changing the end form. Okay? Let's look at this more. So, go to school is 학교에 가다, right? And 소년 is a boy. If you want to express present description, you have to put 니은 or 는. But if you want to express present progressive description, in that case, you have to put 고 있는. Okay? For example, when you want to say a boy who goes to school, present description, right? In that case, you have to say 학교에 가는 소년, right? 학교에 가는 소년. However, if you want to say a boy who is going to school, in that case, you have to say 학교에 가고 있는 소년. So 고 있는. You can understand me, right? Good. And as we learned earlier, in case of most verb forms of adjective, you just need to put 니은 to make it present status, okay? So like a nice boy is 멋진 소년. So 멋지다 plus 소년, 멋진 소년. You have to put 니은, okay? Good. And past description. If you want to express past description, you have to put 니은. In this case, not verb forms of adjective, only verb forms, okay? So action verb or static verb like that. In this case, you have to put 니은. Or 쌍시옷던, like what done or what done, like that. Okay? So for example, when you want to say a boy who went to school, in that case, you have to put 니은. So 학교에 간 소년. 학교에 간 소년. Or the past base form of 가다 is 갔다, right? So you can use it. So 갔던, 갔던. You can understand me, right? So 갔던, 쌍시옷던, 갔던, 갔던. You can understand me, right? So 학교에 간 소년 or 학교에 갔던 소년. Good. And when you want to say a girl who was beautiful, in that case you can say 아름다웠던, 아름다웠던, like that. So 아름다웠던 소녀. You can understand me, right? Good. And future description. If you want to express future description, you have to put dear, blah blah 할, 을, blah blah 게 될, or blah blah 질. Actually, blah blah 질 is for verb forms of adjective. Okay? For example, when you want to say a boy who will go to school, in that case, you have to say 학교에 갈. So you have to put dear, right? 학교에 갈 소년. 학교에 갈 소년. Okay? When you want to say a person who will study, in that case, you have to say 공부할, 할, 공부할, you have to put dear, 공부할 사람, 공부할 사람. And when you want to say a person who will eat, in that case, you have to say 먹을, 을. So 먹을 사람, 먹을 사람. And when you want to say a girl who will be beautiful, in that case, you have to say 아름다워질, 아름다워질 소녀, like that. Can you follow me? I know it's really difficult because there are lots of variation, right? But you don't need to understand all of the things, okay? In this class, you can make some foundation to study later, okay? Good, so don't give up. Okay, now let's wrap it up. Today, we learned adjective forms, right? First, when you want to say a smiling person, what do you have to say? Good. 웃는 사람. 웃는 사람. Or 웃고 있는 사람. Good. When you want to say a person who studied, what do you have to say? Good. 공부한 사람. Or 공부했던 사람. Good. If you want to say a person who will play soccer, what do you have to say? Good. 축구할 사람. Or 축구를 할 사람. Good. Well done. It is getting more and more difficult, right? But you can make it when you practice enough. I really believe you. In the next class, we'll get to know about adverbs. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye-bye.